Things keep getting crazier. Shocking update. Well, on the field, the Mets won, taking the first in a 3-game set versus the Angels. But off the field, trade deadline rumors are flying around, and some of these rumors need to be addressed. I am Adam Choit, your host for today here on Mets Digest, and before we dig in on all that, I just want to give you guys a quick heads up to please subscribe, because as you can see, nearly 68% of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed, so please take that quick second to subscribe. It is definitely appreciated for sure. Thank you. So let's get into it. Trade rumors are flying around all over the internet. What should the Mets do? Should they get a starter? Should they get a reliever? Should they get a catcher? Do they need an outfielder? Everybody is talking more and more about the team. The hot stove is heating up as we approach the July 31st deadline. And one particular story, trade rumor, caught my eye, a proposed trade, and I want to share that with you and dig in on it today. And it is from the Bleacher Report. This is Zachary Reimer's proposed trade. The Mets receiving lefty starter Mackenzie Gore from the Nats and Kyle Finnegan, the right-handed reliever from the Nats, in exchange for 4 prospects from the Mets: Jet Williams, Carson Bench, Nolan McLean, and Jonah Tong, the latter 2 being pitchers. This is the trade, and it was not exactly received. Well, we'll see how it was received. It was definitely an interesting response, let's say, from Mets fans and from the internet. Broadly speaking, let's say. Here is from Tim Boyle of RisingApple.com. This is the kind of franchise-altering trade the Mets would be foolish to make, even if Finnegan is eliminated from the equation. That's a large haul of prospects to give up for a young pitcher reaching his peak in year number 4 in the big leagues. Gore doesn't even have a ton of control. He's a free agent after 2027. So for 2.5 years, the Mets have a rising player in their rotation. They've lost 2 big-time position players and pitching prospects in the process. So it would be a huge risk and a huge haul. And let's dig in a little bit more on this trade here, this potential trade in terms of looking at Mackenzie Gore's statistics. I am not particularly impressed by any of this. I do not see the appeal personally. His ERA below 4 the last couple of years, serviceable, but I'm not impressed by this whip. His lowest is this year, granted, but 1.27, that's not particularly amazing. We've dug quite a bit into the various whips of various pitchers, good pitchers that the Mets have, and some of their whips this year and the last few years, and discussed, the 1.25 sort of threshold or baseline for a decent pitcher, and the majority of the Mets starters already have that. So I'm not really seeing necessarily the appeal of this. He does have less hits per innings pitched. And these are Kyle Finnegan's stats. As you can see, no game started because he is a reliever. 3.64 ERA is not bad. 1.31 WHIP, which is also a little bit high, to be honest with you. And you see less hits per innings pitched. That's good to see. Pretty high strikeout rate, little less than 1 per inning. Not bad, but not blown away where the Mets should be considering giving up multiple prospects for. And also the intra division trade is something that will be a hurdle to climb over, and usually it requires a even steeper haul to obtain players when you trade them intra-division. It requires usually giving up more than you would like, and especially with the trade deadline when there's competition for trades, one might even have to go even higher in terms of the overall offer that's on the table. These right here, this is what we're looking at right here, is Carson Bench's career stats in the minor leagues, and of course take all minor league stats with a grain of salt, but of course I'm looking at some of the key numbers. The 908 OPS in his minor league career. I mean, we could even want to look at all levels. I mean, he's a 300, 400, 500 batting average on base percentage, slugging player at all levels. That's what you want to see. Domination at the lower levels, and this is what the Mets should be considering giving up for mid-level starter and mid-level reliever. I'm not too certain about that. And here's a look at This is Jet Williams' numbers here. Looking at his career, 849 OPS in the minors, all levels, including all leagues that he's played in. This includes the Arizona Fall Leagues when it says all levels, outside of the minor league season itself. But yeah, 842 OPS, 403 on base percentage is pretty good, pretty impressive. Yeah, that's what you want to see from minor leaguers, having an advanced eye. I mean, just looking at his 2023 season here, this man had 104 walks. Is that true? 104 walks and in 534 plate appearances. That's pretty damn impressive when you combine his total minor league stats in 2023, 425 OPS, an advanced OBP rather. The man has an advanced eye. It would appear. So you want to keep that around. You want to keep that around for sure. And this right here is a look at. We are looking at. Who's ERA we got here? We got. This is Nolan McLean's statistics here. We'll look at Jonah Tong's dominant numbers momentarily, but this is Nolan McLean. Again, another pitching prospect that the Mets like. He's likely ranked a little bit below Jonah Tong and Dylan's and Brandon Sproat. You want to keep around your pitching prospects, and definitely don't want to trade them to an intra-division rival where they can haunt you for years and even potentially decades to come. I mean, look at his numbers here: 3.23 in minor league ERA, overall, 1.227 WHIP is it's again minor leagues, but more impressive than some of the WHIPs that we were just looking at on those Nationals team. We can dig also into some more of the reaction to this trade because it's kind of it's a little bit funny maybe too. Before we do that, let's take a look at Jonah Tong's dominant stats as we did a couple of weeks ago, approaching the All-Star break. Yeah, just look at this dominant season right here: 171 ERA, just 40 hits allowed in 84 innings this season in Double-A. Excellent. 132 strikeouts in 84 innings. I am not trading this pitcher to the Washington Nationals ever. And as discussed in my Jonah Tong video a couple of weeks ago, we might see him this year with the Mets going down the stretch. I'm not hoping for injuries. Of course, I don't want injuries or anything like that. But even he might still be of use to this team coming down the stretch in one capacity or another. So keep your eye out for that, because he should be making his way towards his imminent promotion to AAA is coming. And if he's able to have success there, who knows? Perhaps the major leagues are on the horizon for Jonah Tong, who's just been straight dominant. Here's Mackenzie Gore. This is note the date on this tweet on X from Talking Baseball _ July 20th. So what's today? It's still the 21st. Technically the 22nd now, as it crosses midnight here on the West Coast. But Mackenzie Gore gave up 8 runs in 2 1/3 innings today against the team that drafted him and traded him for Juan Soto. That's San Diego up 6-0 against the Nationals in a game technically not 2 days ago. But not so I'm saying Mackenzie Gore's not even pitching well lately. And here's Matt's Bat Flip responding to the proposed trade on Bleacher Report. And this has the Mets giving up 4 of their top prospects for Mackenzie Gore and Kyle Finnegan. Laughing my you-know-what off. That's the reason I'm sharing this is to share that reaction with you guys. And we can get into some more of the reaction here from the Rising Apple. Let's do that. It wouldn't hurt the Mets to be a little more irresponsible at this year's trade deadline. That doesn't include trading your 4 best prospects, each of whom looks like they could be contributors as soon as next season. All four could be considered untouchable this summer and beyond. Tim Boyle, risingapple.com. Do we know that all four are untouchable? Do franchises usually have that many untouchable prospects? Untouchable is a strong word for guys that never played in the major leagues. So Jonah Tong would appear that he's an untouchable prospect, but let's see if I have any more content to share. That's pretty much that. I think that's all we got here as far as graphics and details and things to share as far as this trade. I think you guys probably know my opinion on this trade and what I think of it, and I do not want this to happen. I do not hope this happens. But what do you guys think? What starter or reliever should the Mets go after instead? If not these guys, let me know in the comments. Who else should the Mets trade for? Who should they not trade for? What are you feeling? What are you thinking as the hot stove approaches? We'll dive more into Alvarez's return and the on-the-field action and all that soon. But thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please do that. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you think about the team. And let's go Mets.